Sounds
This
perfect. Yep.
conference will now be recorded.
Hello, this is John Oslin. I'm the chairman and one of the three co-founders here at FrontDoor Dental Care. We refer to ourselves as FrontDoor. I want to thank the number of folks that are coming tonight, and I want to particularly thank 5 of our top performing distributors that are absolutely right on track towards master distributorships. And I want to thank them for all the great advice they've given me and the team personally over the last week. That's Carlos Grant, Julie Higgins, Doug Wilson, Ron Saunders, and James Tagmeyer, T-A-G-T Meyer. So thank you. And I notice a number of you are on the call, and you've all, here we are just in pre-launch, but a number of you have already sponsored and introduced to many folks all around the world. I think we enabled shipping just today to several other continents and 10 or 12 different countries all around the globe. So very much appreciated, and we're here to reciprocate and support you. We are an upstart. I'd like to fashion ourselves maybe a little more like some of we've got a ways to go, but the potential in such big markets to disrupt and resegment, when you think of Airbnb and what they're doing to the Marriotts of the world, and what Uber's done to and is doing and Lyft to the taxi cab community, we think we have an opportunity like that. So what makes an upstart special, or what gives it the foundation to truly flourish? I think it's about 5 or 6 things, if you enjoy reading about these kinds of things like I do. Team, products, industry space, technology, supporting technology, back office, mid office, the financial structure for sustainability and funding, timing, and market traction. Is our concept getting proved in? Even in pre-launch, are we gaining traction? If you would, I'm very proud of our leadership team. And there's 2 other very strong gentlemen and ladies and gentlemen we're probably adding in the next 2 or 3 weeks. But if you want to just Google my name, I'm not going to sit and brag about myself, John N. Oslin. Take a look at my company bio, my LinkedIn. I'm also on Board Prospects, 21,500 board directors, and their proprietary algorithms have me ranked in the top 100. I've been part of the leadership team of a Fortune 500 company. I led or co-led their largest business units, multi-billion-dollar businesses. As CEO and chairman, I've led 6 venture capital, private equity, or investment banking-backed companies, some of which we took public. And FrontDoor Dental is my top priority. I learned about it about 15 to 18 months ago from Matthew Myers and Jeffrey DeMoss, the co-founders who have been active in this space for 10 or 15 years, true visionaries in oral care, all things oral care. Also true visionaries in scaling multi-level marketing companies and in scaling massive retail presence with the biggest names in the industry. Matthew, for example, who you'll hear from in the balance of the presentation, supported by Adam Seebach, our global chief operating officer, has had tremendous success working nationally with top-tier brokerage firms with oral care products, including some of our products, now only available under our brand, with Walmart, CVS, Rite Aid, Walgreens, what have you. And Matthew and Jeffrey were featured on Shark Tank and did very well, a show I'm sure we've all seen as we're a bunch of entrepreneurs. Adam Seebach is a gentleman I've had the honor of knowing for about 12 years, owns his own technology company over in Asia, has built websites and supported digital marketing teams, businesses just like yours. We're going to provide that full support here by the end of the month for 500 different companies, and has done strategic corporate work for companies such as Remax. And Adam is based out of Denver. Matthew and our company is epicentered out of Denver and Salt Lake. And again, Adam is just an absolute guru and has tremendous expertise. And again, that technology platform, which we are working hard to complete this month, you can take a look at our website, which I'm proud of, but the full middle and back office and marketing website replication, all the things you deserve that we want to give you as a part of just being part of our community. We'll have that in place by the end of May, toward the end of May. We'll talk a little bit more about that later today. And we'll keep this presentation to about 25 minutes. As an upstart, we have a tremendous set of assets and very, very little to almost no liability. So we're already off to a real strong start from a financial standpoint. Well over $1 million has been spent, hard money has been spent in R&D perfecting the space-based tablet, which will soon be available in 5 or 6 or 7 different flavors and custom flavors that you, our business community, vote for. We have a tremendous amount of empirical science out of leading academic institutions all around the world supporting any product we bring to market. We've got valuable trademarks. We've earned trademarks, patents, and there'll be a number of patents pending. Our strategic pipeline this year for a full lineup of novel oral care products that can be taken through you to retail, as well as direct to home, disrupting, a gigantic global business. The oral care industry is bigger than I ever imagined because it's consumed daily. And I've learned that people like Walmart, and we know their buyers quite well, both at the aisle as well as point of sale, oral care is the top grossing aisle in the store. It's just hard to fathom how big the business is. So that's the industry space. That's our proprietary product lineup where we're truly unique, unlike a lot of multi-level marketing startups that might be fairly generic in what they do. And we're pledged to protect that going forward. Our technology, Adam's team, both onshore and offshore, under his very capable leadership, we have found the other technology we'd like to use to complete the mid office and back office for you so that we can do literally everything for you to support you in doing your job, building the community with our support. Again, we're targeting as early as May 20th, but we hope certainly by the end of May. So we're still in pre-launch, but we think we're getting very close to a very professional, comprehensive commercial launch. Financial structure, I touched on that. Strong portfolio of assets, both short-term and long-term, debt-free with no long-term liabilities. And we have commitments from a high net worth guarantor to help fund the growth of our company because we see some explosive, some explosive growth opportunities, which does require money, and we understand that. And I think we're pretty well positioned for that as well. Lastly, timing and traction, just to give you one comparable out of probably 10. This is something investment bankers really look at when they're looking and investing in a company like us or partnering with us. Dollar Shave Club, which started with subscriptions with 2 product offerings, and by the end of this month, we'll have 4 that are just killer. They had 2 different packages of blades, of shaver blades for women's legs and gentlemen's faces. They caught the timing just right, and literally after funding and after commercial launch, literally within 2, 3, or 4 years after that, they were acquired by $1 billion in cash by Unilever. Well, I think we have an opportunity like that here, and I think we have the management team, talent, plan, and we are right on track for recruiting some tremendous performers. And again, I want to thank Doug, Carlos, Julie, James, and Ron for the work they've done to date. And again, we're just getting started. So with that, let me turn it over to our president of global distribution, who's got far more expertise on the distribution side of this business he probably knows more than he'll forget more than I know, than I'll learn, Mr. Matthew Myers. And again, if you have any questions about the technology, operations, or just anything technical or entrepreneurial, Adam Seibach, our Global Chief Operating Officer. Thank you.
Let me jump in right there where John left off. And, first I just want to say, how proud I am of what we've done, what we've accomplished over the years, what our team, consists of. Our leadership team, like John had talked about, is bar none, just a super talented group. And we're just very excited about the opportunity that we have here in the oral care category. It's just so exciting. I mean, we're just doing some amazing things, and we're just so proud of our community. You know, our community is awesome. Again, that's what separates us and really makes us a special group. Is we wanted to be special. You know, we wanted to be different. Could we have gone and done things another way? Absolutely. Like John had mentioned before, a lot of people they don't realize the dominance of the oral care category and what it truly consists of. When we talk about that, you know, it's just amazing. You know, it's huge. And like John mentioned, Dollar Shave Club, right down the road from where I'm located, where our business is located, is unique. You know, and that's again, it's makeup. You know, and it just sold for $1 billion. You know, and again, we're not talking about that. What we're talking about is having something that's truly, truly unique, truly something that's amazing, and you know, something that we can all feel really excited and great about as we move forward with what we're doing, what we're going to accomplish in this space. It's just exciting. I mean, we're ready, we're willing, you know, and again, like we all mentioned before, this is about the group. You know, again, that's why we call this a business community. It's not typical to the industry. We are all for one for all community. We're all working together, and the goal here is to achieve financial freedom for everybody. You know, and whatever you want, that's what we want, and we're here to help you, you know, get there. We want to support you any which way, shape, or form, just like you're supporting us. You know, and I can't say that enough or stress that enough, that, you know, it's very humbling to have such an amazing, talented group of individuals and teams right here at the very beginning. You know, right at the very beginning of something that's going to be awesome. Something that is awesome, and something that we are, you know, just very excited about. But again, that's just a little bit about where we're at, you know, why we're so excited about what we're doing. And again, you know, Jeffrey and I have been in this space forever. I mean, we've been in this oral care industry for a very long time, and we've really put ourselves around some of the most, you know, talented doctors and people that you could ever imagine to be around. So we understand the category. We understand the community. We understand what we have here. And, you know, we coined a phrase, and we call it active distribution. There's a big difference. And like John had mentioned, we've sat on the very biggest shelves, national distribution, you know, at the Walmarts, the Krogers, the world's largest grocery stores. You know, I sold this product into the #1 grocery store in the world without even having packaging. We didn't even have packaging. I snuck it into a meeting at Kroger when we were selling our teeth whitening system in a Ziploc bag. That's how powerful Space Paste is. It has that appeal that is really for every single human being. Everybody has a mouth. And a lot of people are like, well, why oral care? Well, it's that thing that you have. I mean, there's so many studies, and I encourage every one of you to really, you know, not take my word for it. Do the research. Look and see what is just tied to oral health, and you'll be amazed. You know, heart disease. There's so many things. It's just, if you don't take care of your oral health, there's a lot of bad that's going to happen. What we've done is we've really created something to be actively distributed amongst our community, our peers, our leaders, our teams, that is for everybody. You know, everybody brushes their teeth. Everybody is on the go these days, and this is a brushless and waterless solution that's truly a daily consumable that we can all just get, I mean, we can just be so excited about, because it's not going anywhere. I mean, to use Space Paste in the way that we're talking about with active distribution, there's a big difference, okay? Like we talked about, we sat on all the retail shelves. Could we still be there? Absolutely. We pulled it from the shelves, And the reason is there's a big difference between active distribution, meaning our people, our distributors, talking about it, actively distributing the product, or it's sitting on a shelf. Sitting on a shelf is just typical distribution. What we're so excited about here at Front Door Dental Care is our people, and really creating that financial freedom as one big group. Again, when we set out to create this, we wanted an all-for-one, one-for-all company. We want, it doesn't matter where the product is distributed. It could be distributed in Canada, United States, Japan, anywhere you can think of in the world. Every single time a product is sold, it doesn't matter if it's space paste, it doesn't matter if the product is, the teeth whitening system or ghost whitening system, and I'll talk about what makes that such a special product in the future of this presentation. It doesn't matter. Every time a product is sold, period, we're going to put a chunk of that into the fund. And what happens is then we fully fund every month, meaning that you don't have to jump through 62 hoops wearing a pink and purple shirt to make money. What we're saying is, let's be a part of something together. Every single time we fully fund every month, and we share those profits with our people, with our community. And that's why it's very inclusive. It's very, let's do this together, and that's why I say it's humbling, is because we've learned so much from our people, and we're going to continue to keep learning from you. And that's why we call this a business community. We really wanted to be special on a few things. One was definitely products. Our team, like John had mentioned, we have an amazing team that's only getting better and better and better and better, of ladies and gentlemen all over the world. We have the executive team to really, see it through for fruition, to actually, see it in their head and hold it in their hand. That's what we're talking about here. And we have the products to do it. We have the community to do it. Again, like we talked about, we've done the direct to retail, and that's great. It's awesome. But we haven't created the financial freedom that we really wanted to create for a community that we know is a worldwide community. Again, where our base started in the oral care category was with the dentists. Okay, and I want you all to know this. We were distributed through thousands of dental offices, meaning dentists, orthodontists, throughout the country and world. And the two largest cosmetic dentists in the country and in the world, the only nationally accredited doctor here and the UK, is they're right on my speed dial. These are people that, they get paid to teach other cosmetic dentists cosmetic dentistry. I mean, the New York University is named after one of the gentlemen, their dental school anyway. So again, we put ourselves around people, and the reason I'm going into this is so that this isn't a fly-by-night. This is something that we've really sunk our teeth into for the last, 15 years. We're true professionals when it comes to oral care. We have an amazing line of products to be released. We have, and I'm not just talking in the human mouth, I'm talking in your pet's mouth as well. So we have a space-based pet product that will be coming to fruition. And again, we'll talk about the other products as well as, a gourmet toothpaste line. And we're talking, blueberry pie and strawberry shortcake and all different really kinds of awesome just flavors that will be created as a Brush for Dessert campaign. But again, what makes this special is that everybody is on the go today. For the most part, people are on the go, they're moving about, and they're not brushing like they should. And the reason is it's just inconvenient to carry around a tube of toothpaste and a toothbrush with you everywhere you go. Well, what we've done is we've created a brushless and waterless solution that truly works, and it's going to be the easiest product. And I know that you've all been around so many products, but I promise you, this is the easiest product to get someone to demonstrate. This is the easiest product to get someone to try on the spot. And then they're going to understand that it worked immediately. So that instant gratification is there. It's just, bam, wow. I can't believe this. This really worked. And I encourage everybody, when you do it, you chew, you swish for 15 to 30 seconds, and then you spit. You rinse it out. So what we say is chew, swish, fresh. But what happens within that 30 seconds is the product works. You felt that it worked. Your teeth are clean, your breath is fresh, and it doesn't go away. And that's because the product truly works. It kills the bacteria. We have a higher kill zone for bacteria, even more than Crest with fluoride or fluoride products, and ours is natural. The way we kill the bacteria is a highly refined cranberry extract. And that's what makes, again, this is so awesome because it really is for everybody. It fits right in your front pocket or your purse. You can take it anywhere you go. If you camp, if you're, taking a flight, if you're on vacation, it doesn't matter. The product is that easy. It travels with you. It allows every one of us to actively, practice good oral hygiene no matter where we're at, no matter what we're doing. And again, that's Space Paste, our chewable toothpaste tablets. It's a necessity. It's for everybody. And we haven't just stopped there. Again, like I mentioned, this is going to be a full oral care line, and it's not just for us. It's going to be for our pets as well. And we already have all of this into R&D. Like John had mentioned, he's not exaggerating when he says, 7 figures have been invested into getting these products to this point. They really have been. Not only that, but all of the years and studies and clinicals that have gone into this, they're legit. I mean, they really are legit, and I encourage everybody to educate yourself on what this company is about, but also what these products are about. It's just a very exciting time for all of us. Anybody who has teeth, anybody who has a mouth, this is for you, and it really is, and it's never going away. There's no Me Too products. This is our intellectual property, and like John mentioned, we have multiple flavors of this Space Paste as well that will be released strategically throughout the year. And again, I don't want to shortchange Adam. Adam is an amazing individual, super talented, who's leading our technology side. And you guys can just feel, super comfortable with a man of his talents as well. And again, Doug, Guillermo, these are all people that were handpicked. Doug is going to be leading our media side of things, and he has 8 Emmys. He's won 8 Emmys, for documentaries and doing good all over the world. Guillermo, his profession is shipping all over the world and world distribution, speaks multiple languages. Again, we really feel great about what we have here, what we're going to accomplish, and we're going to do it together. It's awesome. And again, we can all feel great about what we are doing here, because again, it's just, there's nothing like it. If you've ever wanted to be a part of something from the beginning that truly matters, this is it. This is the way to get there. This product, it's that awesome. The technology is coming. Again, we're in the final stages of that as well. Adam works on this night and day with his team. And again, we can't stress enough. We're shooting for that May 22nd, 20th, 22nd, but by the end of May for sure. The other thing I wanted to talk about was Ghost, and that's our professional teeth whitening system. Again, leading cosmetics endorse this product. Why? Because it's truly a unique system. There's not another whitening program or whitening system in the market that has combined what we have here with Ghost. And again, this comes from all of the years of being with the dentist and, selling and distributing whitening systems. Hundreds of thousands, if not millions of whitening systems we've been a part of distributing. What makes this Ghost system truly unique and special is the fact that we've combined the 2 gels. Usually it's one way or the other. So you're either going to have a hydrogen peroxide or a carbamide peroxide in your whitening your gel. So if you went to the store right now and you bought a Crest White strip, for instance, it's going to be a hydrogen peroxide. Now, what that tells me, since I've been doing this for 15 plus years, is it's going to work for half of the people, and it's not going to work for the other half. And the reason is because everybody's pH is different. So when I looked at this system and when we created this, we looked at why don't we create something that's going to work for everyone, but also not going to have the sensitivity that's normally associated with whitening your teeth? That's Ghost. And the way this works is we combine both gels. So you have a hydrogen peroxide and you have a carbamide peroxide. And then we follow that up with a remineralization desensitizing gel. So it puts the minerals back into your teeth. So there's not the sensitivity that's normally associated. So one day you'll do hydrogen, the next day you'll do carbamide. Then, then vice versa. It's just like that, back and forth, back and forth. What this tells me now is that we now have a teeth whitening system that's going to work for everybody that uses it. They're going to get amazing results. And just so everybody knows, the fastest way to look years younger, feel better, smile more, is to whiten your teeth. Now, is it a daily consumable like Space Taste? No. Typically, people whiten once, twice, 3 times, 4 times a year. And it's based off of your habits. Do you drink coffee, soda, do you smoke? Whatever it may be, your habits really determine that. But again, fastest way to look years younger, smile more, and what we say is smile all the time. Ghost is that system. It's just awesome. You're going to get some amazing results with it as well. But again, it all falls back to our business community, why we created it. Why are we here right now? And again, it's oral care. It's oral health. It's all about the oral health category, and that's because it's the biggest category. A lot of people don't know this, but when you walk into a Kroger or a Walmart, the biggest producing aisle in that store is your oral health. And that's because everybody brushes their teeth. Everybody has to take care of their oral health. It's one of those daily consumables. It's never going to go away. So we know exactly what we want to do and exactly how we want to do it. That's what FrontDoor Dental Care is about. And again, we bring it right to your front door, and that's the other beautiful thing. And the name fits, it's just awesome. It's when everything comes together like it should, not forced. That's where we're at with this company. Like John mentioned, we're in an amazing, place. We're in a great position. Just to keep getting better and keep releasing just awesome new products. And again, we're going to keep learning from our community. That's what this is all about. Not only will you learn, but we learn as well. And it's awesome. So feel good about what we're doing here, just like we do. Now moving on, today, like we talked about, 7 figures. We've literally put that in there. Please study the clinical trials. Again, higher kill zone for bacteria than fluoride, Crest with fluoride, other fluoride products, and it reduces plaque. It's not just a gimmick, if you would. What happens is when you chew the product and you swish it, it's actually buffing and cleaning and killing the bacteria in your mouth. There's a lot of science that went into this. And again, we do it naturally. So the way we kill the bacteria, highly refined cranberry extract, it's awesome. And then, like we talked about, the future oral care products will be, strategically released later this year and throughout the years to come. So let's go ahead and move forward to the next slide. So where we're at is, what are we going to do here? How are we going to make a difference? Where are we going to, distribute this product? Distribute the product is simple. The first one is obvious, online, friends, neighbors, direct to consumer. This is for everybody. Again, what I tell people that dictates a product is how kids respond to it. Kids hate brushing their teeth typically, but they love brushing their teeth with Space Paste. So you want to win moms and dads over, really all it takes is their kid to ask, can I brush my teeth? Can I use some of that Space Paste? They get excited about it, and so do everybody. Again, the biggest buyers in retail have already said yes to these products. I can't stress that enough. The gas stations, think about it. Instead of buying a piece of gum, buy something that's really going to help you, really going to benefit you. Retirement communities, hospitality centers, the workplace, homeless shelters. I can go on and on. Airports, retail, schools, outdoor, if you're an outdoorsman or like to camp, retreats, the gyms, smoke shops, hotels, the military. That's the other thing I can't stress about. It's not just about, what can we do for us? What can we do for the world? Think about when a disaster strikes. The first thing to go is clean running water. That's no kidding. The very first thing to go is clean running water. Well, this is a waterless solution. You don't need clean water. So not only going to save that water, but you don't even need it to use it. They also know that now with our advanced world that, when you typically take care of your oral health and then all of a sudden it stops, well, bad things can start to happen. It can start to attack, bacteria can start to attack major organs. And that's because we do take care of our oral health. But again, when you ask people, when you talk to dentists, as much as I have, they'll say one thing: people don't brush like they should. And the reason is because it's inconvenient. I mean, when you go to 100 people, out of that 100 people who carry a tube of toothpaste and a toothbrush, it's mind-boggling. Maybe one or two out of the 100 do. And those are people that are really, really, just keen on their oral health. But the typical human does not carry around a tube of toothpaste and a toothbrush with them on their day-to-day. Let's talk about that again. Our leadership team, best of the best, and we're looking towards you, our community, to really fill that spot as well. We need leaders everywhere, and we're so excited about all of you, and I can't say enough about that. We're accessible. I can't talk about that enough either. Sometimes, when you get into these companies, people feel too important, or you can't talk to the CEO or the CTO or the president of distribution. They're just out of reach. Well, we're not. Okay, I want to make that very clear to every one of you. If you have a question, if you have a need, if you have a concern, if you have input, we are accessible. Please reach out, send us emails, call us, whatever. We're going to answer. We're going to call back. And other, distributors can vouch for that, as I've talked to many of them. John has, Adam has, and so on. We are accessible. The products are American made. Again, based out of Salt Lake City, Utah. It's a great place to be, especially for this category in this industry. We're environmentally conscious. We care deeply about the world we live in. We're eco-friendly, and again, it's typically refillable. A sustainable community. It's planned, built, modified to promote sustainable living. And I can't stress that enough. And we do this through active distribution, social equity, and financial freedom. Evangelical. We're passionate, and I can't stress it enough. We are passionate about the mission we're on, and we're passionate about this higher purpose that we're here to do. This is the biggest one for me, and this is integrity. We're committed to ethical business practices, and we strive to show that integrity in our actions, both within the workplace, throughout our exclusive business community, and in the public. Now, timing is everything. Like we talked about before, you're right at the very beginning of this. And, how many times do you get to be at the very beginning of something that's really this awesome and really has this much potential? It doesn't happen that often, but that's exactly where you find yourself right now, is right at the beginning of something that's truly awesome, truly has the potential that you've always wanted. And we're here for that. Again, our compensation plan, it's based off revenue sharing, meaning that, like I said, it doesn't matter where the product is sold, how the product is sold. Every time the product is sold through our distribution channels, our people, our distributors, again, we're taking those profits, setting them aside. We fully fund every month, and we share them. Again, we wanted to make this to where you understand our pay plan the very first time you hear it. There's not all this craziness that goes into what we're doing here. This is very cut and dry, very simple, easy to do, and it makes sense. That's why we did it this way. That's why we put it together the way we put it together. Again, this was planned. We really thought this through. We really wanted to make an impact, and we really wanted to make a difference throughout the world. These are our goals. And again, keep it simple. Again, my dad's a military man, a lifer, and he used to say, use the KISS method, which is keep it simple, stupid. In the military, they have all these acronyms, and that's the one that always stuck in my head. because he'd always say that to me. Keep it simple, stupid, all the time. Make it rewarding for more than just the very top distributors. Again, we want everybody to share in these, profits. We want everybody to be a part of this team and a part of this business community. We reward all of our members in this community versus a typical MLM. There's factual evidence out there, and I'm sure, you being familiar with it, 99% of people will tend to lose money, in a lot of these. Our compensation, we pay out on all products. There's no trees, there's no legs, there's no accounting gimmicks or games. Like we mentioned, we generously revenue share, and again, it just keeps going. There's not an end in sight. Every single time a product is sold or bought by our distributors, that's how we do it. FrontDoor always fully funds, fully pays out every month. There's 9 different ways to get paid, and they stack on top of each other, if you would. Meaning if you reach tier 3, we're not going to take away tier 2 and tier 1 or your retail. Again, they just keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. The more the more you want to. And again, we're here to help you get there. The retail commissions, distributor pricing versus retail pricing, it's a big difference. It's basically half. Once you become a distributor, pricing's cut in half. We have weekly fast track bonuses. And again, this is what, listening to our community, we've implemented this, and these are things that we've gotten better at since we've started even. Our retail price point is $3.79. Once you become a distributor, your pricing drops to $1.90. So you can see it's cut in half. So a retail box, meaning you get 15 packets of space paste, and in each packet there's 15 tablets. That's $56.85 retail. Once you become a distributor, it's $28.50. Ghost, our teeth whitening system, retail price is $99.99. Again, once you become distributor and get distributor pricing, it's half, $49.99. You're paid commissions on everything sold through your distributor website. Any channels that you choose to utilize and approach retail, you're getting paid on that. The weekly fast track bonuses, this is a way for you to earn every single time you introduce the product or pay plan to someone new. And the way this works is it's really easy. Right now we have a 5-pack, and that one pays $5, and then we have a 15-pack, that one pays $25. Or if you choose to buy Ghost, or your person that you've invited chooses to buy Ghost, the $25 fast track bonus is there as well. So things to note: distributor price revenue. This is what I want to talk about. Every single unit of space paste sold, 50 cents gets put away, or $7.50 per box. So if it's a 15-pack, $7.50 gets put into the fund. Every single whitening system sold, $20 gets put into that fund. Now, as you're enrolled into this, profit sharing, or as you will, or this distributor sharing through our community, it doesn't matter where the distributor is. Wherever they're at, it doesn't matter. We're still putting money into that fund. We have these tiers, okay? And this was the easiest way that we could come up with to where everybody that is participating is involved. So the way it works is, to reach tier 1, you only need to get 2 people. That's it, that choose to be on an auto ship, choose to be a part of our company. And again, our auto ship is very, very easy to obtain. It's $28.50 plus shipping. And now for that, you're going to get 15 units of space paste that you can retail, you can use to get new people into the company, to spread around and show people, educate people on what we're doing here. To get to tier 2, it's 10 people. Tier 3, 30 people. Tier 4, 100 people. Tier 5, it's 250 people, and so on. And this is what I was talking about. We don't take away the other tiers. So say you got to tier 4, you got 100 people in. Well, now you're earning in tier 4, tier 3, tier 2, and tier 1. Let's say you got to tier 4 first. Say you're the first person to get 100 people in. Well, you own that tier until someone else gets there as well. Now, say there's two of you that have got to tier 4. So two of you in the community, you basically own that. You own that whole tier of profit sharing. So if there's two of you there, if there's one of you there, if there's 5 of you there, that's how it splits out. So again, if you get there first, it's your tier until someone else gets there, and then you of course share with those people as well. But we don't take away the lower tiers. So this is where the cumulative part of it comes into effect. We allow you to stack those tiers and earn that much more on top of everything that's sold retail. Now, additional revenue sharing we've built into it as well, because again, we really want this to be for everybody. As we grow, so do our revenue sharing. So once we hit 1,000 distributors, we're going to put an additional 10 cents per pack of space paste, or $1.50 per box, and $4 per ghost system. Once we hit 5,000 distributors, that's going to jump to 25 cents additionally, or $3.75 per box. So at this point, it'd be 75 cents per packet. When it's all said and done, once we hit 10,000 distributors, we'll actually be putting an additional 50 cents or an additional $7.50 per box, and for Ghost, an additional $8. So really what will be happening is once we hit economies of scale, as you will, so 10,000 distributors, instead of putting 50 cents into the fund per unit of space paste, now we're putting a full $1 per unit into the fund, or $15, if you will, for a box, of your auto ship. So as we save, your revenue sharing goes up. Again, this is not a hoard your gold, dragon-loving company. This is, let's everybody be successful. Let's create financial freedom all over the world, and let's all be a part of something together. Let's take away all of this negativity that's normally associated with this industry, or the MLM networking thing. This is not that. This is all for one for all. Doesn't matter where you're at, who you are. We're all working together, and that's what makes this so awesome, so unique, and just fun, for everybody. We didn't want to leave anybody out. But again, we also do have top performer residual bonuses that we've worked into the program as well. And again, I encourage every one of you to take a look at this. It's just really exciting, especially when you talk 10,000 distributors. How many people are going to be involved at that point? How much product is being sold at that point? Again, we fully fund every month, and that fund gets split up amongst our tiers and our people, depending on what level you've reached. And again, I hope that all of you get to tier 5 and tier 6. If you do, we are all sharing it. Let's say you got to tier 5, you're going to share in tier 5 profits, tier 4 profits, tier 3 profits, tier 2, and so on, all the way down. That's on top of everything else that we've talked about with the retail opportunity, because again, once you become a distributor, you get retail pricing. We're not going to compete against you. That's never going to happen. We're always going to be competing with, together. We're here to help. We're here to add that, value, continued education, product knowledge, new unique products, and we're just going to keep it moving. It's just very exciting. And again, we have so many more oral apparel products that we're going to be releasing, as well as our pet care product line. But again, this is financial freedom. It's here. Get active, get involved. If you have questions, please reach out to me. If I don't answer, I'll call you back. My direct phone number is 801-949-8279. It's right here on the slide, 801-949-8279. Or my email is really simple, matt@frontdoordentalcare.com. I can't stress to you how much this is, how much this means to all of us. It's just so exciting. It's never going anywhere. We're not a Me Too product. We're truly unique in the space. We truly have so many more products to come, and we're just very excited about what we're doing. Pay attention to the emails coming out. Like I said, we are in pre-launch, like John mentioned. We are an upstart, but we are a smart upstart. We are a smart pre-launch. We're not going to release software before we know it's going to work. Put it to you that way. So Adam and his team, They're stringently testing, implementing, using the software, and as soon as it comes back to where we can release it, you'll get it. For right now, you'll get the lead capture pages, so we know and you know every time somebody that you brought into the company is personally sponsored by you. So I can't thank all of you enough for joining the call. Thank you. We really appreciate it. And yeah, so again, if you have questions, reach out to me. I'm here. John is as well. Hello, how are you? Okay, but anyway, good night, God bless, and have a great, great afternoon, evening. We really appreciate your help. Take care.
Thank you, Matthew.